Mohenjo, the most developed city of Indus Valley civilization. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Hadi. I'm from Fall 20 batch, Department of Computer Science. 078 is my roll number, and my topic is Mohenjo, which is basically means mound of dead men. So, Mohenjo is located in Larkana, Sindh. Now, Indus Valley civilization was a Bronze Age civilization, which means it is from 3300 to 1300 before Christ. And as we talk about its location, it is located in the western region of South Asia, what are now Pakistan, northwest India, and eastern Afghanistan. The next thing is the excavations, the archaeological digging and research. The excavation first conducted in 1921 to 22 in the ancient cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, which both are now in Pakistan. Mohenjo-daro is believed to be created by the Dravidians. I will talk about the Dravidians in the further slides. So as we move on, what were the specifications of Mohenjo-daro? First of all, we will talk about the structure of the Mohenjo-daro region. The Indus city was made of mud brick buildings. It means the buildings were made up of only two components, the mud and the bricks. It had walls and roads, which means it was well structured and was very surprising. The next thing is water importance. Indus people were so professional in their building that they from the start believed that they should start by digging wells and laying drains. It means that the water is very important for them. And as we talk about the profession, as I have researched about, the most Indus people, perhaps 9 out of 10 people, were farmers and traders. Mohenjo-daro is divided into two sections. The first one is Citadel and the second one is Lower Town. Both have their own significance and importance. Citadel is smaller in area but highly developed, and Lower Town, whereas in larger area but less developed than Citadel. Now, Citadel area is located at the western end of the site. The area of the city was built on the top of a mound of bricks, almost 12 meters high. So it is quite high. As you can see in the picture in the slide, a large staircase ran up the side of this mound. Citadel area may have been used for public gatherings, it is believed. So Citadel area may have been used for public gatherings, religious activities, or important administrative activities. Now we are talking about Great Bath. Great Bath is without doubt the earliest public water bank in the Asian world. Finely fitted bricks laid on the edge with gypsum plaster and the side walls, which tells us this bath or this pool-looking bath was well structured and well built, that it is quite impressive to see in a civilization like Indus Valley civilization. A scholar's school of thought, actually most of the scholars agree that this tank or this bath would have been used for special religious functions where water was used to purify the bathers. Now, after the Great Bath, there comes the Granary. In 1950, Sir Mortimer Wheeler identified one large building in Mohenjo-daro as a Great Granary. It was termed as a Great Granary because it has a wooden superstructure, like certain wall divisions in its massive wooden superstructure appeared to be grain storage bays. It was used to store grain, complete with air ducts to dry the grain. It had a complete air duct composition so the grain do not get wet and or destroyed in any way. So moisture was the thing which cannot get inside the product. The granary is located adjacent to the Great Path. Now comes the lower town, the second section of the Mohenjo-daro. The lower town is made up of numerous lower mounds that lie to the east and may represent multiple walled neighborhoods. The thing to be noticed here is that the lower town was walled. It had walls. The lower town is organized on a grid system with 4 avenues running from north to south and 4 running from east to west. The avenues are several meters wide and have drains running down the middle or side of the road. Now we will talk about the features of houses in lower town, and this is the thing you might find interesting, that most of the homes are made of baked bricks in a standard size of 28 meters in length, 14 meters in width and 7 meters high. The remains of stairways seems to suggest, because it has been found there that the stairways were the evidence that many of the buildings had 2 stories. Moving forward, we will talk about the trade in art. As we talked before about Dravidians, I'll tell you about the Dravidians originating from Africa. This valley cities lived by trade, because at that time the currency was not yet advanced. So the Indus Valley cities, all of the cities lived by trade. Farmers brought food into the cities. Trade goods included this terracotta pot, as you can see in the slide, beads, gold and silver colored gemstones, metals, seashells and pearls. If we talk about the art of Mohenjo-daro, most artifacts unearthed were toys, indicating that the Dravidians liked entertainment and loved to play. Now Dravidians loved entertainment. As you can see from their art, they made their own game like a chess, similar to chess, but it was a remain there, so we cannot talk about any rules or anything. But it proves that Dravidians liked entertainment and loved to play. There is no evidence of war, and it's still a mystery for all of us. Now, as we talk about the possible causes of disappearance of Mohenjo-daro, there might be some of the causes, which includes famine, which is a very dangerous disease, hunger, drought, and natural disasters, ecological factors that could have been possible cause of disappearance of Mohenjo-daro. The flood or earthquake, volcanic eruption, anything like that can be a cause. Plagues can be the cause. There is one interesting cause, possible cause of disappearance of Mohenjo-daro, is invasions by another civilizations like the Aryans. The reason for making and picking out the topic of Mohenjo-daro is basically to preserve these archaeological sites for fact that they represent a lot of things about the history, and they share a very major part in the information of history. So conclusively, it is important to preserve artifacts from historical events so we can remember, learn about, and honor those who were involved. When an artifact is conserved to retain its current condition, it preserves the truth of the historical story of generations to come. I am very thankful to Sir.
Allah Hafiz.